Terus nyawaku, itulah dia. Jalan time mambo cukup.
The Penang Straits Chinese Dondang Sayang Chap Goh Meh, the culmination of our 15-day celebrations. And on the 15th night, Chap Goh Meh, Meh is night, it is when the moon is at its brightest and fullest. And what do you do on a bright full moon night? Romance. So back in those days, the young girls are cloistered in their homes, and on Chap Goh Meh, the parents or the mothers and matriarchs dress them up so they can go out in the streets. And they will originally be accompanied by a lot of chaperones. And as they go out and Tim Kam Tan Ho Ang, then the other families who brought their sons, the sons will be eyeing the girls. And if one catches his eye, he will tell his mother, oh, I like this girl. And the matchmaker will be arranged to bring the two families together. Tell us about the 1920s Dondang Sayang Club.
The earlier one is a mixture, boys and girls. This one is only a lot of ladies. And something unique this 1957, it put there February 13, 1957, and the woman in the center is the president. The president is Mrs. Chia Seng Kim, who is my grand auntie. President of club, but woman, not men. So the ladies will have their own itinerary. But later on, some of the men, wow, you all enjoying yourself so much, so I must well come and join, is it? Because the name of the club is called Bintang Soare, S-O-E-R-A-Y. Bintang Soare means evening star, the first star that I see in the night. That's the meaning of it, you see? Very romantic, isn't it? But you look in the photograph, all men. And they are the singers, they are the dancers, they are the bulokat people, everything they do. And they go like caroling. They got booking, not just one night, 14 night, 15 night, and 16 night. Sajid. And then I managed to get one of these. This one you see there, DSC. That's so Dondang Sayang Club. And this rare portrait shows the governor of Penang, the governor's wife, and our Datuk Sri Phuket Siu and his wife Daisy Yo. Yeah. So they're welcoming, they're shaking hands, the delegates inside lah.
Dayung sampan di dayung, sampan pun laju hai nelayan ke pantai nan biru.
Today we have with us Mr. Shariel Chia. He is a very special man and very crucial and central to Dondang Sayang Chap Goh Meh. And that is because he served under 3 tourism excos in Penang. And he is a tourism officer with the Penang state government under the Penang Development Corporation. So he's going to tell us the behind the scenes.
It was over 30 years ago when I was a young tourism officer of the Penang Development Corporation. And in the years 1982, 1982 to about 1990s, where I was involved for about 10 years. So I was in the tourism division. So one of our role was to actually look for tourism products that can enhance our tourism promotion. And then we zoom in on this Dondang Sayang. So because of the cultural heritage value of Dondang Sayang.
Especially in Penang.
Especially in Penang, yes.
Who was the chief minister then?
That time was Dr. Lim. Yes, for a short while only, very short while. When I first came in, it was short while, only 1 year. And then Tan Sri Dr. Goh took over.
Dr. Lim Chong Il's time. So he served through so many chief ministers and tourism directors for Penang tourism.
That's right. So at that time, PDC strongly supported Dondang Sayang because we felt and we were aware that Dondang Sayang has got an intrinsic heritage value. And a lot of foreign tourists and even local domestic tourists, they are very interested in Dondang Sayang. So he said, yes, this is one project we must promote and support. And also we were looking into cultural enhancement, traditions and so on. And this actually paid off well when we got our UNESCO Heritage Award. We were also involved in providing the secretariat. That means we do the coordination, we provide the human resource manpower behind the project. And then we have one, Encik Hashim.
Hashim Arifin.
He was there, he was always there. So he plays the violin, and then we have got this live music on board and so on. So that was our role at that time.
Nona, Zaman sekarang tak boleh ditegur, tak boleh dilarang.
She worked with the state government to continue the tradition before it was handed over to us. Let's have Jenny Ling tell us the story.
When I started working in 1989, and then the PDC was in charge of, they gave us the bus, and also the officer to help us to coordinate the whole thing. So I did, my part was to decorate the bus, and it was a lot of work, no doubt. And I have to do it myself because my design and my way of wanting the thing to look. So the other thing is there was nothing sort of commercially designed. So I had to use all the curtains and things and laces and everything, flowers and all that, all put together. And it was real adventure for me too.
So Jenny, you were the original architect and engineer of the Dondang Sayang Chap Goh Meh bus. Wow, let's hear your story.
Traditionally for Chap Goh Meh, everybody will say is the red chai, the chai that we hang on the door, and then the wordings, the si gu and the bei gu and gong si fa chai and wan si lui and all those things. So I went to do some scouting around. Everywhere is only lantern on the road and everywhere else. So I say I'll go and visit the shop that sells all the Chinese decorations. So I went to the shop. Oh my goodness, the whole shop was so filled up with all the decorations for Chinese New Year. It was so
Wonderland.
nice. It was so nice. So I picked up all those that I could, the budget allowed me. And mind you, it was not free shopping. You have to really think what you need most. You can't just simply buy everything and put in the...
But you wanted everything.
I would love to. But then, so when I went back, then I have to think, oh my goodness, this one is only a bus. A bus, 40 seaters.
And you bought it for a house.
And I thought, wow, if I could put it in a big bungalow, would be nice. But no. So I have to design ways and means of how to get the decorations onto the bus. Mr. Gay, who was our original first designer for all those lightings, he put all the lighting, but it wasn't it didn't bring out the idea of Chap Goh Meh. So I told him he has to hang up the lantern and put bulbs in them as well. So one side we will have around about eight lanterns. On both sides we have 16 and two big one in the front, like the house one. So it was very what we call intriguing to see that a bus. Wow, it turns out to be a moving house now.
Oh, a moving house, indeed. And I remember the first time I went on the bus, there were skirtings flying in the wind as the bus moves. The skirts will fly at the side. So how many meters did you need to use?
15 meters. One whole bale. I buy the one whole bale. Be red, be pink, be purple. I buy the whole thing and come back.
Beautifully gathered, so you can
Yes.
imagine the bus skirting.
And I have to buy those the curtain strings, and then I have to sew them. That one I personally did.
就像叽叽嘎嘎，愛呀情昂昂，愛已經當當。
And who sat in the bus?
And we got all the nyonyas from Street Chinese, and also all the sweet young things. They all the
Oh, the sweet young
Nyonyas
things
have.
who are now about 60 and 70.
and also all the boys, small boys. The big boy, they are too shy, unfortunately. So all the small boys.
See, the routing was about the same. Always start at Bintang Avenue, the two buses are there, and then we move to the busy streets of Georgetown. For example, Julia Street, for sure, and then Penang Road. But there were two stops, must stop. One is Gurney Drive, and then one is Esplanade.
The time was Gurney Drive or Coast Road? Still already Gurney
Gurney
Drive.
Drive, Gurney Drive. And we will get down, and then the team will start dancing, and then play the songs and so on. And they even invite the tourists to do it. So the tourists
And the local people.
and local people were all dancing on the street. So it was a very beautiful scene.
And what about the musicians? Who did you all get on the bus?
We used to have Hashim and
Arifin, yeah.
Arifin and his group.
But before that was Hashim Arifin's father, is it?
Yes.
And what tunes do you remember they played?
Kronchong and all the rest. And used to have a singer who was very good.
And he would be singing the pantuns.
Yes.
The Berbalas pantun in Malay.
Yes. Yes.
And who was his partner?
I can't remember their name.
Was it a June?
June.
June,
Yes.
So after he was probably the last person who could do the Dondang Sayang, right?
Yes.
And after him, sadly, in Penang, we never had any more people who are able to berbalas pantun and sing the Dondang Sayang.
Unfortunately, yes.
Chap Goh Meh harinya baik, Dondang sayang. Baba keluar mata, mencuci mata.
And so her bus, the moving, electrifying, blinking 80 light bulb bus that's moving, how do you get the music out to the crowd?
Actual fact, the electrician will put two loudspeakers, one facing the front, one facing the back, and whatever the songs that was sung or and also the music that was played, the street people can enjoy it, and they will be all sort of when they see us passing, they're also happy and also
Go into a ronggeng.
a ronggeng, and some will be, if too shy, they will wave, and everybody will be waving. They all line up all the various roads that we went through.
Oh, so they lined up because the Penang Development Corporation actually advertised that the bus is coming. And I know this was an event that every year, every Chap Goh Meh, the people in Penang will look forward to it.
Yes.
So the state was helping to promote Dondang Sayang Chap Goh Meh for the Baba Nonias. And then for a while, it sort of quietened down and they started to do their own thing, while the Dondang Sayang Chap Goh Meh then went over to the Penang Straits Chinese to carry it on their own with funding from the government whenever they write in. For the first time in as many decades, the 2021 Penang Baba Nonia Dondang Sayang Chap Goh Meh Street Parade and celebrations has to be cancelled due to the COVID-19 pandemic and in line with the Malaysian government's imposition of MCO or Movement Control Order. We quickly responded with a migration to an online celebration. With my friends, we produced a short greetings and story chat video to celebrate the day. In the new normal, and in view of possible travel and social restrictions, depending on the situation of the pandemic, we put together SOPs for this coming Chap Goh Meh to have the members and community enjoy and celebrate in a safe manner. Firstly, for a physical Chap Goh Meh celebration and gathering to take place for now, performers, entertainers, participants and guests are required to have a clean bill of health. We welcome those who have been vaccinated and require proof of PCR tests to be negative. It is easy and inexpensive to get PCR test kits from pharmacies to do a self-test before attending the event. Attendees will need to sanitize before coming into the venue. Everyone has to be masked and keep to social distancing. The venue has to be sanitized before and after. If social gatherings and physical attendance are unsafe and not allowed, we are already prepared to go online, live streaming or Zoom. Chap Goh Meh celebrations in the new normal will be pre-recorded or live streamed for our members and friends to stay home and stay safe. The participants can dress up, enjoy the celebrations from the comfort of their homes, take selfies and post it in our Instagram to celebrate the day. It will be an evening of keroncong, Dondang Sayang songs, ditties, stories, of course, makan-makan, joget and ronggeng. Not forgetting a virtual Teng Tok party. Here's how. We shall continue with state and community partnership. The Chief Minister or Heritage Commissioner will be invited to send greetings to our fraternity and friends. We pre-record Nonya dance performances by the Sayang Nonya dancers in the colourful sarong kebayas, dancing socially distanced, gracefully to keroncong tunes or perhaps a jazzy number. New normal also means new improvisation or adapting and adopting new norms. Sadly, Hashim Arifin, a key musician violinist in our Dondang Sayang band, left us this year. On a positive note, it has caused us to look for a new norm, roping in young talents for the future. Kelvin Young and his Bunga Raya band is a Peranakan jazz band. It was an eye-opener to realize that the young and new generation are not quite familiar with the musical styling of keroncong or our old-time favorites. The ears of the young are attuned to electronic guitars and synthesizers. So in moving on to the 21st century, Kelvin Young and Bunga Raya Band is poised to take our songs and music to the next decade, making them relevant and desirable for this generation. For our virtual celebration of Dondang Sayang Chap Goh Meh, participants can also send greetings and good wishes to one another through the chat box or video. Joshua Tan and Jewel Tan wrote a story and script for a short story video to air for Chap Goh Meh in the coming year. We have a preview here for you, just for you. Having filmed the scenes and storyline with a cast of about 20 Penang Baba Nonyas. This short story video is also a teaser and trailer to the publication of a storybook, Once Upon a Bintang, an anthology of Baba Nyonya stories to be published in time for the next Chap Goh Meh 2023.
Ben, 叫咩習過？真濟 auntie 咧，坐查某囝出來。OK， 所以你看有到一個啱咩？You know， 坐做波啦。啊
OK，
so 話 OK 啦，會啱看，愛聽話，賣音話，有啲賣音話 ，OK？ 聽到我 Ben？ Hello？
哦，
我講係咪？
愛聽吹聽話喲，吹好嚕。
我未吹好啊，冇吹好嚕。
哦，吹好啊，特別好嚕。
學晒喎。
Baba Nyonya semua dah datang intan payung. Nyonya sudah pasang.
爸爸，
阿 Ben，咩事？
當我喺外口啊，看到安迪保險嘅查某囝，真正水，
真正水，
哈，
講你自己啦，你社會佢教應，
你知啊啦，嚇，
OK 啦，
打卡酒啫。
OK， 多謝知。
OK，感謝爸爸。
唉，你阿英啊，叫你叫唔驚咧，係直歪嚟歪。阿勇，
我昨晚伫外口看到安迪保健的查某囝，
了，
伊真水，我喜歡伊。
你是個安迪保健嘅查某囝？
你知安怎做啦？
The Penang Baba Nonyas have a very special dish they serve on the morning of Chap Goh Meh. So the bibiks and her daughters will get ready in the kitchen, the matriarchs, everyone is busy, and they are cooking pengat. Pengat is like bubur cha-cha, except that we add bananas in it, ripe bananas, so it gives a sweetness. So here's the pengat, and the ingredients are yam or taro, golden sweet potatoes, and purple sweet potatoes, so it gives it the color. We add in rock sugar and gula melaka, and of course, the nonyas love all the lemak-lemak, santan, thick coconut cream. And it will be served to our guests in the mornings, the family in the mornings. And when the guest comes in the evening for Chap Goh Meh Dondang Sayang, then we will serve them as they enjoy the music and joget and do their ronggeng.
Jalan Taimi Mambo cukup bergaya, lain dari saya orang tak berani rapat. Banyak sudah coba tapi tak dapat. Rose, Rose, I love you with an aching heart. What is in your future? Now we have to part. Standing on the jetty as the steamer moves away. Flower of Malaya, I cannot stay. 心底是月，心底情意，圣洁的光辉照大地。心底是月，心底情意，圣洁的光辉照大地。玫瑰，玫瑰，最娇美。玫瑰，玫瑰。最艳丽，长夏开在枝头上。玫瑰，玫瑰。
Papa Nyanyas, they are a group of happy people, enjoying showing off their culture, their traditions, and all that, and getting people involved.
What's a celebration without sumptuous Nonya cuisine? We plan for bento boxes of Nonya delights. For example, nasi ulam, kari kapitan, ince kebin, kerabu, and of course, the pungat, the sweet dessert served on Chap Goh Meh for sweet endings. Attendees can order these dinners and it will be delivered to them in time for the webinar or live streaming on Chap Goh Meh. So, at an appointed time, every participant is encouraged to dress up in sarong kebaya and smart suits, and then set themselves comfortably with a computer or iPad in front of them. They will virtually enjoy the celebration, performances, entertainment, and online chat while having the celebration dinner box at home with family and friends. What's a party without music and dancing? So, Bunga Raya Band will entertain with a medley of old favorites, perhaps on electric guitars. Then everyone can get up and joget and ronggeng to their heart's content in their very own living room. What a party! So this year, come and join us for Dondang Sayang Chap Goh Meh. Let's joget, ronggeng, party all night long and listen to the wonderful strains of love ballads.
Dilarang.